Hey, welcome back to ClearSpot. In our last episode, we introduced IV curves, the fingerprints of solar module performance. Today, we take that knowledge into one of the most practical and powerful applications, using IV curves to detect underperforming modules with surgical precision. Why does this matter? Because in a solar plant, one weak link can drag down the performance of an entire string, sometimes even an entire array. And in a world where uptime and efficiency equal revenue, finding those weak links fast can mean the difference between profit and loss. Before we jump into advanced diagnostics, let's refresh the basics. An IV curve, or current voltage curve, maps the relationship between the current a solar module produces and the voltage across it. At 0 volts, we get short circuit current, or ISC. At 0 current, we reach open circuit voltage, or VOC. Somewhere in between lies the maximum power point, or Pmax, the sweet spot where the module generates optimal power. A smooth curve with a clear knee indicates healthy performance, but distortions, dips, or steps in the curve are warning signs. These irregularities reveal problems invisible to the naked eye, like shading, soiling, cell cracking, or faulty bypass diodes. Let's compare. On the left, we see a healthy module. High current, stable performance, and a sharp knee leading into maximum power. On the right, notice the stepped curve. That step is a giveaway, often caused when a bypass diode activates. What does that mean in real terms? It means the module is protecting itself from localized shading or cell damage by redirecting current. While that may save the module, it reduces total output. Multiply that across dozens of affected modules, and suddenly your plant is losing megawatt hours of production. Each fault leaves a fingerprint on the IV curve, stepped curve. Bypass diode activation, shading, or cracked cells, lower than expected current. Dust buildup, bird droppings, or partial shading, reduced voltage, or shift left series resistance from loose connections or aging materials. Jagged or uneven slope microcracks, hotspots, or manufacturing defects. Overall shrinkage in area. General degradation or severe mismatch in a string for a trained technician, or for AI-powered software. These curves are like a diagnostic language. Each shape tells a story. Each distortion is a clue to hidden inefficiency. In the early days of solar maintenance, identifying underperforming modules meant labor-intensive manual testing. Technicians would haul IV curve tracers into the field, connect to one module at a time, and wait for results. On a 10-megawatt solar farm, this could take days, sometimes even weeks. The process was slow, costly, and often reactive, only performed after performance drops were already noticed. Fast forward to today, and technology has changed the game. With portable tracers, advanced software, and drone integration, entire arrays can be scanned in hours instead of weeks. Diagnostics that once drained resources are now streamlined, precise, and proactive. One of the biggest breakthroughs is drone-assisted IV curve tracing. Equipped with sensors, drones can fly over rows of modules, capturing IV data from above. The advantages are clear speed. An array that would take a ground crew 3 days can be scanned in under 3 hours. Accuracy, high-resolution mapping highlights underperforming modules at string and substring levels. Safety, technicians no longer have to physically handle high-voltage connections as frequently. Scalability, from 5-megawatt rooftop systems to 500-megawatt utility-scale farms, drone-based diagnostics make module-level visibility possible. This is more than convenience. It's a revolution in how we manage solar assets. Of course, collecting IV curves is only half the battle. The real power comes in transforming raw data into actionable insights. Modern platforms like ClearSpot AI process thousands of curves in real time, flagging anomalies and ranking them by severity. On a dashboard, you don't just see numbers. You see a map of your plant with problem modules highlighted in red. Instead of searching for a needle in a haystack, you get surgical precision. You know exactly which modules need cleaning, which require repair, and which are likely to fail soon. The result: faster interventions, reduced downtime, and optimized energy output. Let's explore some real-world examples. Case study 1. Dust storm impact. In Rajasthan, India, a 50-megawatt solar farm suffered frequent dust storms. Performance dropped erratically and manual checks couldn't pinpoint the problem. Drone-assisted IV tracing revealed entire rows with flattened current curves, classic signs of soiling. Instead of blanket cleaning the entire farm, Managers targeted only the most affected areas, saving water, labor, and costs. Case study: 2 faulty bypass diodes at a coastal site in Spain. Power losses puzzled operators. IV curves showed stepped patterns in specific strings pointing to bypass diode failures. Replacing the affected modules restored performance and prevented a cascading decline. Case study 3, hidden microcracks. In a US utility farm, IV testing during commissioning revealed subtle, jagged curves across multiple modules. Microscopic inspection confirmed microcracks from transport damage. By rejecting those modules before installation, operators prevented long-term degradation across their asset base. Why is module-level precision so critical? Well, it's because of the domino effect. In a series string, current is limited by the weakest module. One underperforming panel can drag down the output of its neighbors. Imagine one dusty module in a 20-module string. Its reduced current flow throttles the entire string, multiplying the impact of a single fault. Without precise diagnostics, small inefficiencies snowball into massive energy losses. This is why IV curve analysis isn't optional. It's essential for maintaining profitability. Today, artificial intelligence is redefining how we use IV curves. Instead of just diagnosing present faults, AI systems analyze historical curve data to predict future failures. A gradual leftward shift? That module may face connection issues within months, a progressive dip in current. Expect soiling-related losses if cleaning isn't scheduled. Repeated diode activation patterns? The module is on track for bypass failure. With predictive analytics, plant managers can plan interventions proactively, minimizing unplanned downtime and extending asset life. The plant becomes not just reactive, but intelligent. Imagine walking through your solar field wearing augmented reality glasses. As you look at each panel, its IV curve performance is overlaid in real time. Healthy panels glow green, while problem modules pulse red. This isn't science fiction, it's happening now. By combining IV curve data with AR, technicians can make instant decisions in the field. No more guesswork, no more delays between diagnosis and action. This kind of integration bridges the gap between data and fieldwork, making maintenance smarter, faster, and honestly, a lot more intuitive. Let's put numbers to it. A 100-megawatt solar farm produces tens of millions of dollars in electricity each year. Even a 2% loss in performance can equal hundreds of thousands in lost revenue annually. By using IV curve analysis to detect underperforming modules, operators can recover those losses. Add in reduced labor costs, fewer unscheduled repairs, and longer asset lifespans, and the financial case is undeniable. Module-level diagnostics are not just about technical excellence, they're about business sustainability. The future of solar diagnostics is automation. Drones will sweep fields daily, collecting IV curves autonomously. AI will analyze patterns instantly. Robots will clean or replace flagged modules without human intervention. What once took days of grueling fieldwork will become a seamless, continuous process. Solar farms of the future will be self-diagnosing, self-maintaining, and optimized in real time. And you know, it all starts with one simple tool, the IV curve. IV curves are more than lines on a graph. They are windows into the unseen, the language of solar performance, and the key to mastering module-level diagnostics. By learning to read these curves and by harnessing AI, drones, and digital platforms, you can pinpoint underperforming modules with surgical precision. You can prevent the domino effect, maximize output, and protect your bottom line. Like, share, and subscribe for more solar insights. ClearSpot, smart device. Smarter decisions.